Hey there, chess buddies. Welcome to my channel. I'm your chess buddy, your friendly chess coach. And today we're diving into the world of opening traps. Where chess opening traps where we break down sneaky moves and clever tricks to catch your opponents off guard. Those moves that make your opponent go and ask, wait, what just happened? Stick around and we'll show you how to excite up your game right from the start. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit subscribe, and thank you for your support that will keep this chess training rolling. So let's get into the trap. We're starting with the classic trap. Trust me, your opponent won't know what hit them. So grab your chess set, kick back, and get ready for some opening traps action. Okay, no more waiting. Let's get into the first trap. Get ready for some chess magic. You have to see what kind of strategy and traps that makes your opponent scratch their heads. So more traps, more fun coming your way. So remember, it's not just chess, it's a trap-tastic adventure. Okay, let's get started with the first trap. It's called Scandinavian defense or Scandinavian opening traps. So we'll start with the game with the e4. Then of course the black will respond to a d4. So luring your opponent, your pawn to capture d4. So that in this case the black is so aggressive, so he will ask you to capture his pawn. So the next move for you as white is to capture the pawn. Then of course he will capture it back by his queen, and that's it. You bring out your knight c3 like this. So knight c3, threatening the queen. After that, of course, the black queen, obviously, he will not come to this line, to this center of the board or middle of the board, because as the chess principles, the king in the middle of the game, it's so dangerous for the queen. So of course the black will return back to his position. The black of the queen will the queen of the black will return back to its original position. So let's continue. So the black queen will return to his original position. Then after moving his queen, you push your d4 pawn. After that, of course, the black will respond, threatening the pawn. See, so the pawn is not only supported by the queen. So the black can capture it if you don't protect your pawn. So it is threatened by knight and queen. So the logical response for the white is to support the pawn by his knight f3. Okay, so the next move for the black is the logical move is to put his bishop pinning the knight, so the knight can move and cannot defend his pawn here. So if he put his bishop here, he can easily capture this, and you cannot capture it back because it is pinned by the bishop. But also it's a natural move for the black to put his bishop on g4. So the next move for black is, of course, he will put his bishop there, bishop g4. Okay, the next move for white is this is the tricky move here in the in this kind of opening. So we shall continue. Okay, the move for white is he cannot move his knight here. Of course, he cannot move his knight because it's pinned by the bishop, and it's when you move your knight, of course, your queen will be captured, and it's not depended by other pieces. So what's the tricky move here for white is d5, pushing his pawn and threatening the knight. So the white here says, oh, you threaten my knight, I will threaten your knight too. So the logical response for the black to in this position is to save his knight. Of course, the pawn is threatening the knight. So the logical move for the black is to move his knight. So once the black move his knight, he only moves here, 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 right? So what's the move for the black is this one. He moved it to double the attack on this f3 knight. So he's attacking the knight by he doubled the attack to the knight f3, and of course he's putting pressure here in this knight f3. So what the white will do, this is the tricky move here. So the knight, so that's why it's called opening traps. Okay, so the knight and the is pressured in this position, right? See, putting pressures on these two, the knight and the bishop is putting pressures on this knight. So the tricky move here is you sacrifice your queen. Okay, so the black will be tempted to capture the queen. It's, of course, queen, it's the most valuable piece in the board. So of course the black will tempted to capture it, and if he don't capture it, he will be captured by the knight or the queen, right? So that is the trick here. So of course the bishop will capture the queen. After capturing the queen, this is his end as your opponent. Okay, what do you think is the most logical move for white? Of course, the logical move is he will capture it back, but we are dealing we are talking about traps. So this is a trap here. So the next move for white is knight b5 check, and of course the black king is in danger now and is in check. So of course the black queen cannot cover it with his knight d7, because the knight is here supported by the knight, and the bishop is here. I mean, the knight is defending the d7 square, so the queen cannot come there because it's it's a dead end for the queen if he comes here. So the initial move for or the logical move for the black to cover the check is to put his pawn to c6. Okay, then so this is the end of the black piece. So after moving his pawn, of course the pawn is here also, so capture it by his pawn. So you see the threat here is the bishop. It's so dangerous. So what the black can do is if he captures it with his pawn, of course if he captures it with his pawn, the bishop will capture it, and the black queen will force to cover it. There is no other way. So the black queen will be captured by the bishop or by the knight or by the bishop. So the logical move of the black is to save his queen, of course, and to save the check. So after moving the queen there, queen to c7, of course, in order for him to for the king to have any space here. Okay, so the move for white is this one, capturing the pawn in b7. Then it's open check. So the only move for it's an open check and double attack with the rook, and the only move for black is to move in d8. So if the black moves to d8, so what's the killing move for the killing move here is not capturing this pawn, okay? Because if you capture it with your pawn, the rook captures it with pawn and change it to queen. Of course, the black can escape. The queen of the black queen can cover it with the check. Yeah, I mean the black queen can cover it. So it is not the move. The killing move is this one, knight to f7, and it's a checkmate. He cannot go there, he cannot defend it, and he cannot move anywhere. The king is checkmated. So that's why they call it trap. So you trap your opponent with this sacrificing your queen and pulling your opponent. Okay, I hope you like this kind of trap and remember it, and sorry for mating. Okay.